page 3, starting with the kanji for train station. That's pronounced eki, eki, and there it is. Now on the left-hand side, this element here, this is derived from horse, and on the right-hand side, we've got this character here that looks a little bit like an R, which we can remember is for railway station. Let's have a look at the stroke order. Okay, here's the stroke order. Left, top, down the middle, cross, 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 and round. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the left. Then all in one, finish it off, down on the left and down on the right. And there you have eki. Now we're looking at a page from the kanji book, the kanji reference book, which you can all download freely. And here you can see the left-hand side is in fact a horse. And then on the right-hand side, that character is actually a measure for 1 foot, but in fact it's being used in this character for its sound only. So you can see there's a horse on the left, and then it brings a sound to it. And it was, I suppose you can think of it as a station for horses to rest up at. So originally it would have been a horse station, and now of course it's a railway station. The radical, that's the key element, is this element here of a horse. Let's just have a closer look now at the etymology, or the origin of that left-hand element, which means a horse. So this is what it looked like about 2,000 years ago. But if we scroll down, you can start to see the elements there, how that character developed. This looks a bit like a fish, but go down and we can see here, if we go even older, about 3,000 years ago, we can see the head on top, and those are the legs there. So if we move up to the current one, there, derived from this, actually have a look over here, you can see that those strokes there indicate the mane of the horse, and those dots down the bottom are probably what's left of its legs, and perhaps this one over here gives you the best indication. So there's its mane and there's its legs. So that's the horse on the left-hand side. Let's move down now to the next character, and that is the character for a shop or a store. Let's have a look at the stroke order. And here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way around, 7 and 8. Okay, we'll go into the kanji reference book, and we can see here, there's the character. That's what it looks like when it's printed. And it means a shop or a store. It's pronounced here, we can see over here on its own, it's pronounced mise, and it means a shop. It often has an o in front, making an honorific, omise, and when it's in its on reading, or its Chinese reading, it changes from mise to ten. So you get a selling shop is a buy ten, or a kiosk. Now let's look at the elements over here. The main part is this roof line with a top and an awning, and that we can call building. In fact, it's a kind of open stall. So it's a little bit more shoppy than just a building, but just let's remember that as a building. Okay, there's the chimney, there's the roof, and there's the awning. And then inside we've got this element here. That's a divining rod, but it's being used again not for its meaning, but for its sound. But we can make a little story out of it. Let's have a look what the divining rod looks like. So that's the mouth down the bottom. And then on top, that's the stick. And it's a bit like one of those sticks that you use in the desert to try and see where there's any water there, a divining rod. You can see that stick there and another one, and you hold it above the ground, and when it gets close to water it starts to shake around, so it kind of predicts where the water is. So a prediction made by the mouth, you can put that together. That's a divining rod. Okay, put the two together and you have shop. There it is again, shop or store. And here you can see this is how it's used again on its own mise, and there's the characters for you to trace on your own.